47. Page 47, all right, from the workbook. So remember, this is the workbook. We have Unit 7C, Learn a Language in a Month. And we have, well, of course, the first activity is grammar. Have to, don't have to, must, mustn't. Okay, did you have this as homework? No, you had a speaking activity as homework only.
Only the speaking activity.
Yeah, that was okay. So we're going to start with the workbook. So we finish Unit 7, and if there are any questions you want to ask, now is the time, okay, about Unit 7. Because next week you're having the exam. So today is the day to ask questions, all right? So activity 1, it says, well, grammar, right? Look at the pictures, complete the sentences with the correct form of have to. So you have to use have to, very simple. Activity D is about using must or mustn't. And activity C, that's the one that's important here. Oh, here. It says complete the sentences with mustn't or don't have to. So activity C, you have to use both structures.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, so I will give you 10 minutes. All right, so we start with this practice and then we correct it.
Okay.
Yeah, because activity 2 is quite easy. Let's do 1 ABC.
Excuse me.
Activity 1, where you only have to use have to. So who would like to read activity 1?
Hi, teacher.
Oh, who said hi? It was Fabian? Okay, Fabian?
1A. Do teachers in your country have to look smart? B. No, very smart. They don't have to wear formal clothes, but they have to look tidy.
Tidy. Okay.
Tidy. Sorry.
Okay, good. So in that case, we have they don't have to, and then they have to. Negative, affirmative. Okay, and Fabian, would you read number 2?
Yes. 2A. Do British taxi drivers have to go to university? B. No, we have to pass a special test, but we don't have to go to university.
Okay, good. So in the case of number 2, we have do British taxi drivers have to go, and then B, no, we have to, and then don't have to. Okay, excellent. Okay, who would read number 3 and 4?
3. Continue.
Okay, well, if you want to, yeah, why not?
Okay. 3A. Do you have to help the children do it? B. No, you don't. You don't have to. Have to. 4A. Does your husband have to cook meals? B. No, he doesn't have to do the cooking, but he has to help. 5A. Does he have to travel abroad in his home? B. No, he doesn't have to travel abroad, but he had to speak foreign language.
Okay, good. Be careful with the numbers. You said 5 and we only have 4. Okay, never mind. So, number 3 we have, do I have to cook meals? And B, it says, no, you don't have to. You have to help. And number 4 is, does your husband have to? No, he doesn't have to travel, but he has to. Okay, careful with he. He has to speak. Well, yeah, he has to speak foreign languages.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Questions? Anyone?
No.
No. So far, so good. Okay. B. The signs. Who would like to read the signs?
Yo, profe.
Noelia? Okay. Let's hear you.
You must paint in cash. 2. Must turn left here. 3. Mustn't make a noise. 4. You mustn't use your mobile phone. 5. You must stop here. 6. You mustn't play football here.
Excellent. Good. So the only ones that are negative are number 3, 4, and 6, right? The negatives. 3, 4, and 6. Okay, excellent. And the last activity where you have to use all. So, any volunteer to read activity C? Any brave one? No, no one? Who said
Okay.
me? Jessica?
Jessie.
Okay, well, Jessica, you can read 1 to 4, and Kari, you can read 5 and 6.
Okay.
All right.
The music is free. You don't have to play. You have to wear small clothes. You mustn't wear jeans. Está bien, mustn't.
Yes.
Okay. The speed limit is 120 km
Kilometers per
or
hour. Kilometers
okay,
per hour.
kilometers per hour. You mustn't drive faster. 4. Your hours will be 9-5 Monday to Friday. You don't have to work at weekends.
Okay, and Kari, 5 and 6.
5. That river is dangerous. You mustn't swim in it. 6. It's very small flat. You don't have to clean it every day.
So, if you take a look at the picture, are they having a good time?
Yes.
Okay, apparently they are enjoying it. Okay, who looks
Hola.
tired? Hi.
Rob,
If it's
Oh.
Rob,
Rob
right?
is
He looks exhausted.
breathless.
Breathless. Good. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Good. So we're going to watch, right, what happened, because we have 3 pictures here. We can see that they're running, but we don't know the context, right? Why are they running? So we're going to watch the video, and you have activity B that says watch or listen again and answer the questions.
Okay.
Okay, and there are 6 questions. How does Rob say he feels? What does Jenny say about Central Park? 3, is Rob happy he came to New York? 4, what is Rob tired of doing? 5, what does Jenny invite him to do, and how many more times are they going to run around the park? Okay, so you've got some questions. Remember that I'm going to play the video so you can listen and watch it, but I'm going to play it twice. Okay, so you have time to work with these questions. Okay?
You okay?
Me? Never better.
It's beautiful here, isn't it? I think this is my favorite place in New York.
Yeah, it's great.
So how's it all going? Are you happy you came?
To Central Park at 7:15 in the morning?
To New York, Rob.
Yeah, of course I'm happy. It's fantastic.
Really? You aren't just saying that?
No, I mean it.
You need to get in shape, Rob.
I know. I'm a bit tired of eating out all the time. It isn't good for my figure.
It's the restaurants you go to. Why don't you come over to my place after work? I can make you something a little healthier.
I'd really like that. Thanks.
So, how do you feel now? You ready to go again?
Oh yes, I'm ready for anything.
Are you sure you're okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll only go around 2 more times.
2? Excellent.
Se la escucha, profe.
Ahí va.
Hello? No? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I was asking, how was it? Easy, difficult, so
So.
acceptable?
So.
Okay, well, let's see what information you could gather. If we say, how does Rob say he feels? What does he mention?
Never better.
Never.
Never better.
Never better.
Okay, good. Yeah, he said that. Never better. What is the Spanish for this expression?
Nunca mejor. Nunca mejor.
Mejor que nunca.
Nosotros digamos mejor que nunca.
Una mentira.
A white lie. A white lie or irony? What do you think? Could be irony.
Irony.
Yeah, right. Okay, number 2 says, what does Jenny say about Central Park?
Fantastic.
Place.
Okay, it is her favorite place,
In New
and
York.
because Central Park is her favorite place,
And beautiful.
yeah, beautiful,
Fantastic.
fantastic place, a beautiful place, and her favorite place. Okay, number 3, is Rob happy he came to New York?
Yes.
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 Yes, he's happy.
He thought it's great. He
It's
thought
great. Yeah,
it's great.
good. Okay,
He's ironic one more time.
only once?
Two more.
Hey,
Two more. Yeah, they're going to have 2 more rounds. Wait, number 4, it says, what is Rob tired of doing? There's something that he wants to stop doing.
He's tired to eating out all the time.
He's
to go
tired.
eating out.
Exactly. He's tired of eating out. Okay, going to restaurants, right? No homemade meals. And number 5, it says, what does Jenny invite him to do?
To have a dinner with healthy food in her place.
Okay, so she invites him to her place, right? Her apartment, I think it is.
Yes.
So she invites him, and she invites him to have a meal, right? To eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently she's going to cook, right?
Yes.
And number 6, well, how many more times are they going to go around the park?
2 more.
Two more times. Yeah.
2 more times.
Okay, excellent. Now, talking about running and doing exercise, do you think that Rob is going to feel well tomorrow after running?
I think no.
No.
Definitely no.
Okay, what happens when you do a lot of exercise and you are not accustomed to doing exercise?
Tired.
You're tired and
More weak.
¿Cómo se le llama calambres en inglés?
Cosa?
sorry, what?
Calambres.
You have shocks, right? Or cramps, because usually people say cramps.
You feel
Cramps.
pain. The next day you feel pain.
You feel pain. You've got
Cramps.
cramps. You feel tired,
Exhausted.
exhausted, humiliated.
El pain of el vaso, no sé cómo se dice vaso, cuando te duele, cuando corres mucho que te duele el vaso, puede ser.
You're talking in the organ.
Yes.
I think it's the spleen. I should check it. I think it's the spleen.
Spleen. Spleen, dice con el diccionario.
Let me check it
Spleen.
because I'm not sure. Spleen. Vaso. Yes, I'm right. Good for me.
Yes.
Yay. The spleen. So that's true, right? So activity 2 is related to feeling ill, right? When you are not feeling well. And it says, what's the matter? And we've got 6 expressions, right, to refer to when we're feeling pain, right? For example, I have a headache. What could it be?
Two.
Number 2, dolor de cabeza, exactly. To have a headache. To have a cough.
4.
Number 4, what is to cough?
Tos.
Tos.
No, grip.
That is next one. Have the flu. The flu is
Plus
gripe.
1.
Claro.
Flu
3.
is
Three.
number 1. No, the flu is 1. La gripe, the flu. And well, have a temperature
5.
5.
5, legal, right? To run a fever. And I have a bad stomach.
6.
Number 6. And then it says have a cold.
3.
3. That is resfrío, okay? To have a cold, cuando estamos ya con un resfrío. Number 3. So, we're going to watch what happens at the pharmacy, right? When you think you're ill, so you have to go to the pharmacy. Okay, let me check again. For this, it says, cover the dialogue and watch or listen, circle the correct answer. So you've got 4 sentences with options. Okay, you have to choose what the right option. I don't remember if you And on the following page, you have the dialogue, okay, that you have to complete it.
Está bien.
So, yeah, be careful with that. So, again, I'm going to play the video twice, but remember that there are 2 activities.
Good morning. Can I help you?
I'm not feeling very well. I think I have flu.
What are your symptoms?
I have a headache and a cough.
Do you have a temperature?
No, I don't think so.
Are you allergic to any drugs?
I'm allergic to penicillin.
No problem. This is ibuprofen. It'll make you feel better.
How many do I have to take?
2 every 4 hours.
Sorry, how often?
2 every 4 hours. If you don't feel better in 48 hours, you should see a doctor.
Okay, thanks. How much is that?
It's $6.99, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, are we okay, or do I play it one more time?
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right, good. Okay, so Rob goes to the pharmacy because
He has a flu.
You have flu.
he has the flu apparently, and the pharmacist gives Rob
Ibuprofen.
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 Then he has to take the medicine every
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours, and they cost
6.99.
$6.99. Good. And then we have the conversation. Okay, I need 2 volunteers to read the conversation.
Aye.
Noelia and Juan. Okay, Noelia, you hear. Juan, you say.
Okay.
Good morning. Can I help you?
I'm not feeling very well. I think I have a flu.
What are your symptoms?
I have a headache and a
Headache.
cold. Headache and a
Do you
cold.
do you have a temperature?
Temperature. Sure.
Sure.
There.
No, I don't think so.
I understand. Are you allergic to any drugs?
I am allergic to penicillin.
No problem. This is ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. It make you feel. Ese no lo puse, profe.
Okay. Better.
Better.
With double T. Better.
Better.
How many do I have to take?
2 every 4 hours. If you don't feel better in. Ese tampoco.
In 48.
4. Sí. You should see a doctor.
Oh, okay. Thank you. How much is that?
That's $60.99, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, $6.99. 60 is a bit expensive. It's a bit expensive.
$6.99.
$6.99. Okay, good, excellent. So, this is not numbered. Well, the first one is temperature. Then we have problem. Better. 2. 2. Yes. 48 and welcome.
Yes.
Those are the words that are missing. Okay, so far so good. You have something here to pay attention to, right? It says British and American English. Pharmacy, American English. And sometimes British use the word pharmacy. If not, they use chemists, okay? So chemists is farmacia, okay? Pharmacy and chemists are the same. Pharmacy is American, chemist British. Sometimes in the UK, they use the word pharmacy as well. And then drugs, it says drugs, medicine in American English. Drugs are illegal substances in British and American English. So we have to be careful in how we use the word drugs, right? Just to be careful.
¿Y cómo se dice, profe, remedios en...?
No, remedy, or medicine.
Medicine. Claro.
Exactly. But medicine is the most common. But you can say drugs, but again, depends on the context, right?
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. Now we have the final part where Rob goes to Jenny's apartment, right? Answer each or listen to Rob and Jenny. Mark the sentences true or false. Rob broke up with his girlfriend a year before he met Jenny. Ooh. Jenny hasn't had much time for relationships. Jenny knew that Rob wasn't feeling well in the morning. Rob wants to go back to his hotel because he's tired, and Jenny is going to call a taxi. Interesting. Let's see what happens with these two. As always, I'll play it twice. Okay, so you can mark true or false.
That was a lovely meal. Thanks, Jenny.
That's okay.
It's been great being in New York. You know, your offer to work here came at a very good time for me.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking for something new, something different. You see, I broke up with my girlfriend a few months before I met you.
Oh, right.
What about you?
What about me?
You know, relationships.
Oh. I've been too busy recently to think about relationships. Getting this job at the magazine was a really big thing for me. I guess that's taken up all my time and energy.
But that isn't very good for you.
We didn't have to go for a run.
I wanted to go. It was nice.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Would you like another coffee?
No, thanks. I think I should get back to the hotel now. I've got a really busy day tomorrow. Do you have a telephone number for a taxi?
Yeah, but it's much easier to get a cab on the street.
Oh, okay then.
I'll see you in the morning, if you're feeling okay.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. Thanks again for a great evening.
Anytime.
Good night.
Night, Rob.
So we good? Okay, so let's see. Okay, Lourdes, don't worry. So, activity 4, dinner at Jenny's apartment, right? We have Rob broke up with his girlfriend a year before he met Jenny. True or false?
True.
True.
False.
True.
True.
Who said false?
For me, for me,
Because it was a few months ago, not a year.
it says few months.
Okay, exactly. It's not 1 year ago. It was a few months ago. A few months. Exactly.
Okay.
A few
That's
months.
right.
Number 2. Yeah. Sorry? You mean Jenny and Rob? Apparently, yeah, apparently. So, number 1 is false, it was a few months ago. Number 2, Jenny hasn't had much time for relationships.
True.
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 That one is true. Yeah, that one is true. Then, Jenny knew that Rob wasn't feeling well in the morning.
This is true.
True.
True, she
False.
knew. It is true, number 3. She knew. Number 4, Rob wants to go back to his hotel because he's tired.
False.
True.
It is false.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Because he's going to work.
Okay.
A busy day and another day. But he's tired.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it is false because he is going back to his place, but not because he's tired, but because he has things to do the following day.
Yeah.
Right? He's busy, so he wants to rest. Okay, so number 4 is false, but not because of the reason it's given here. And 5, Jenny is going to call the taxi.
It's false.
False. She's not calling anyone, right? She's at the door, so. Okay, good people. Was it difficult, this listening?
Sí. Yes.
Yes.
The comprehension of the
Yes.
como que comprender mucho la conversación, o sea, no es que escuchar solamente, sino más entenderla.
Exactly. So, could you understand what was being discussed, the situation? ¿Se pudo seguir de qué trataba, o sea, cuál era la situación?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that is what's important. If you understand what the text or the video is about, that's wonderful. Then words, sentences, well, that requires practice, right? Entender cada palabrita, qué cosa que se dijo, eso lleva más tiempo. Pero si acá todo el mundo puede entender de qué estaban hablando y para dónde iba la situación, eso ya es bastante, ¿sí? Porque quiere decir que lo están entendiendo. Después, bueno, es un tema de afilar el oído.
Claro, por ahí algunos detalles, a mí me costó como el de los meses que había roto con la novia, entendí, pero por ahí que hacía ya, claro.
Exacto, por eso, si entendieron que terminó con la novia y que fue hace un tiempo atrás, eso ya es buenísimo porque ya entienden de cada la charla. Después lo otro son detalles, eso lleva práctica, ¿sí? Eso, ahí no hay misterio, práctica. Ok, wonderful. Tienen un llamado, esto lo decía en español y lo voy a hacer como un llamado al have got, que dice, we sometimes use have got instead of have to talk about possession. Creo que esto, si alguno lo vio en el colegio, have got. ¿Se acuerdan? Do you remember have got? Si bien se sigue usando en inglés, hay una tendencia a no usarlo tanto como estructura en sí. O sea, en vez de decir I have got a cat, usualmente dice I have a cat. Porque usualmente se prefiere el presente simple, ¿sí? Antes de que usar el have got. De vuelta, lo que hay que recordar con have got como tiempo es que justamente es have más got. Siempre. Si ahora es una afirmativa o negativa, que va a ser haven't got o hasn't got, para indicar pertenencia, tener, posesión de algo, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, have you got children? ¿Tienes hijos? Pero usualmente nosotros, ¿qué pregunta hacemos? Do you have children? Eso es lo que más se escucha. Entonces, con have got, de vuelta, no le dedico mucho tiempo porque es una estructura que en sí se usa poco, ¿sí? Obviamente que son bienvenidos a revisarlo si quieren ir al apéndice, etcétera, pero yo no se los voy a pedir. Sí les voy a pedir que usen bien el presente simple, obviamente.
O sea que en los ingleses...
8A, de la unidad 8A. So, page 140. Vamos a ir a la sección de gramática de la unidad 8. Que es 8A. 140.
140.
This one. Okay. 8A. Should, shouldn't. Right? So, who would like to read the examples here? Because we've got some examples. Some sentences. Fabian? Okay. Wait, well, Fabian and then Fabian, read the examples.
Okay, you shouldn't.
Should. Solo con un. Should.
Use shouldn't plus verb infinitive.
Okay, the examples, los ejemplos que están a la izquierda.
Sorry. A. Should. You should. Should. Okay. You should wear a suit to the interview. I think you should change your show. I don't think you should speak to her. He's very stressed. He shouldn't work so hard. You shouldn't drink coffee in the evening. It it'll keep you awake. Oh, difficult.
It is. Okay, good. And Elizabeth, would you read the theory?
Use should, shouldn't
Plus?
plus verb infinitive without to give somebody advice to say what you think is the right thing to do. Should, shouldn't is the same for all person. We often use I think you should or I don't think you should, not I think you shouldn't. Ought to. You can also use ought to, ought not to instead of should, shouldn't. For example, you ought to wear a suit. He ought not to work so hard.
Okay, suit. Careful there. Wear a suit.
Suit.
¿Qué es ought to,
Suit.
profe?
Traje.
Ought.
Suit. Suit es traje. Ought to es lo mismo que should. Ahora, should, si lo dicen que pasar al español, ¿qué dirían acá? Should is...
Debería.
Debería.
Deberías. But is it mandatory? Is there an obligation?
No.
No.
No. This is advice. Es solo para consejos. Okay? You are giving advice. You should wear a suit to the interview. Right? My friend is having a job interview, so I recommend him to wear a suit. Or you should change your job. That is my opinion, right? You should change jobs. So, piece of advice, not mandatory, okay? Should and shouldn't is the same for all persons. No hay distinción acá con respecto a si se cambia la conjugación con la persona. Same for all persons. We often use I think you should or I don't think you should. Cuando hablamos de dar la opinión, o sea, vamos a decir, bueno, creo que deberías hacer algo o no, la estructura es I think you should o I don't think you should, usando ahí el presente simple con don't think. No se suele utilizar la frase I think you shouldn't. ¿Sí? Es una frase que no suele utilizarse. Y ought to... Sorry?
El negativo es shouldn't.
Shouldn't. And ought to, okay, is the same as should or shouldn't. ¿Sí? Ought to se lo puede utilizar como sinónimo de should o shouldn't, es un poco más formal. ¿Sí? Lo que tiene es eso, cambia un poco en la formalidad, pero son sinónimos. Okay? We good?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
It's quite simple, should. So let's do activity. This is from the following page 140. Yeah, page 140, activity 8A. Okay, it says complete with. Yeah, it says complete with should or shouldn't. Quite simple. This is your recommendation. Okay, so I will give you 2 minutes. For example, if we say number 1, you work really long hours every day. Should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't, right? You shouldn't work. Number 2, you
Should.
should lose a bit of weight. Okay, yes, should. Number 3, you
Shouldn't.
Should.
Yeah. You should eat more. Yeah, you should. 4, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. 5, you should. Yeah. Number 6, you
Should.
Drink less alcohol.
less. Should. No,
Menos. Should.
claro, a menos que quieran que sea alcohólico, chicos. You should drink less alcohol. Puedes tomar menos alcohol. You should drink. Affirmative. Should. 7, you should. Gente, esto es tomar agua. Estamos complicados. So you should drink more water. Should.
Should.
Number
Parece que acá
8.
está por el vino, ¿eh?
Student. La última.
Acá más de uno se
Student.
pisó, pero bueno. You go to bed so late. So you, number 8.
Student.
Shouldn't.
Go to bed.
Okay. Now, if you take a look at all the verbs after should, are they conjugated or are they in their infinitive form?
In infinitive.
Infinitive. Should siempre va seguido del verbo en infinitivo y no usa preposiciones a continuación. Es should, verbo. Ok, y en infinitivo. Ok, are we good so far? Are we okay?
Profe, le hago una pregunta. O sea que should se usa para dar consejos o sugerencias.
Nada más.
Y shouldn't es para...
Negativo.
Una buena idea.
Claro, recomendar que no se haga algo. O sea, es lo mismo, es un consejo consejo o sugerencia, pero diciéndolo como para que no se haga algo. ¿Sí?
Claro, negativo.
Por ejemplo, claro, yo digo, you shouldn't put so much sugar in your coffee. No deberías, porque bueno, tienes que cuidarte porque no sé, tienes el azúcar medio alto. You shouldn't, no deberías.
Ok.
Sí, pero recuerden que acá es consejo.
¿Es como nuestro modo potencial o en inglés hay otro potencial?
Bueno, después vamos a los condicionales.
Ah,
O sea que
bien. Ok.
después, no suenes tan emocionado, Carlos.
No. Pregunto.
Pero sí, estos son, o sea, está dentro del globo de, después lo vamos a ir viendo, ¿sí? Pero should sí es una potencialidad, lo que deberías hacer, ¿sí?
Okay.
Pero a modo de consejo siempre, y no hay obligación acá, ¿sí? Es consejo de par, entre pares, persona a persona. Okay, do the following. The ones who want to answer, you will raise your hand. Okay, you have the little hand. Yeah, emoji. So we're going to start with the first one. It says, have you ever spoken to a tourist in English? When and why?
Yes, once. The tourist asked me about restaurant in Cava. I told him go 2 blocks and turn right.
Okay, good. Excellent. And how did you feel?
Nervous. Very nervous.
Look at that. Okay, but you helped him or her. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Anyone else who'd like to share your experience?
Hi, teacher.
Noelia?
Yes, very little, with things about the family.
About the what?
The family.
The family.
Family.
The family, okay.
The
okay.
family.
About the family. Okay, nice. And how was it?
What?
How was it? Was it a good experience?
So.
So why?
Very nervous.
You were very nervous. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anyone else?
Me.
Yes, by me.
Okay, Lydia?
Yes. Do. Yes, I have spoken in English on the phone with hotel receptionist about room reservation.
Oh, excellent. And were you able to make the reservation?
I'm booking the hotel by internet, and and I spoke with the receptionist because the hour I don't know the hour a partir, quiero decir, a partir de qué hora tenía la habitación. No sé cómo se
okay. At what time? You didn't
At
know
what
the time. Okay, excellent. So, good. Was it a nice experience?
A ver. I feel that I could talk with a person in another language.
Yeah, you were able to communicate.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Good. Good. That was Kari, was it?
Yes, I was a saleswoman, and I have to speak to show a product in English with a tourist that have to buy a coffee machine. So I have to show and say the appliances, the things
The
they
wonderful
have.
characteristics.
Yeah,
The
but
amazing characteristics it had.
really nervous.
Okay, well, good. And how did you feel after that experience?
Really good because he understand me in my
Oh,
poor English.
okay. Well, that's wonderful. Okay, great. And was it Luciana who wanted? Oh, there was someone else who wanted to speak.
In July, I had traveled to New York with my family because my grandchild didn't know New York. So in all the restaurant, I must explain that I had that I has celiac.
Uh huh. Good. You had to explain it, right? Oh, in
Yeah.
the U.S. of all places. Okay, and how was it?
No, I generally I eat chicken or milk, but no more.
Uh-huh. But I mean, for example, the waitress or the
Yeah,
waiters,
the weight.
they understood?
Yes. Okay.
Ah, okay, excellent. And how did you feel in the U.S. speaking or using English?
Eh, um, in New York, it's difficult because they play more close.
It's a very cosmopolitan city. Besides, I mean,
Yes.
you have people from all over the places, and
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that's true about the U.S., about New York specifically.
Mm.
Okay, but you were able to, again, you were able to communicate, talk to people.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Everything was fine. Okay, excellent. And that's good practice. That's excellent practice. You could survive. Be proud. Okay, excellent. Anyone else about question 1?
Okay.
Guillermo?
Yes. In the last year, one tourist came to my store. She can buy a can of corn, but she tried to say kind of corn in Spanish, but
She
um,
couldn't.
she um, she can't.
She couldn't say, or she didn't know how to say
Yes, she
kind of
couldn't
corn.
say that, and she señalar.
Pointed.
Sign.
Yes.
Or
Pointed.
sign. Yeah, no, signs as well.
Ah,
She signal something.
claro.
I was very nervous for that situation, and so I say corn, and she said yes, corn, but I don't know how to say lata. In this time, I um, don't
So what did you do? Did you start signaling as well things, pointing at things, mimicking?
I don't know why in that time I don't know why how say lata.
Right, can. You couldn't say can.
Almost I can say corn. So well, we understand each other, and she go happy.
Okay, and how did you feel after that experience?
Um, so nervous and satisfied finally.
Okay, look at that. Did you see that all of you are saying that you felt nervous when you had to use English, but after that experience, you said, okay, but it was good. It was a good experience.
Yes, yes, that's right.
So that
Yes.
means, again, you see, it's all about practice and working with this nervousness because it's common, right? To be nervous is what usually happens. Okay, excellent, nice. Okay, anyone else about number one? No?
Me.
Who said me? Carlos.
Yes, I have in Mexico. We found a family from the USA in a cenote. I only asked where are you from, and then they asked the same, and I answered it. After I said, "This is beautiful," the single words.
Right. Right. Well, that usually happens because that's key.
Very poor the conversation.
Well, but that's why it's really necessary to have a vocabulary, right? Because that is what's going to keep the conversation going. Even though if you mispronounce, if you, again, you confuse some prepositions or verbs, but the thing that if you have vocabulary, the conversation is going to be so much more easier. So that's the importance of vocabulary. But well, that was a good experience. And in Mexico, when you go to touristic places, you usually find someone who speaks English or another language, right? But that usually happens. Okay, good. And there was someone else who said me and I. Jessica, was it?
¿Me escuchan ahí? Sí.
Yes, now yes.
Yes, I have spoken with a tourist last month in Caminito. He gave me a place to eat, and I recommended a place close to the Club Boca Juniors.
Okay. Good. And did they go there?
What?
Did this person go there? The place you recommended?
Yes.
Ah, excellent. Okay, and how did you feel with this interaction?
Good.
Good.
They understand me. Yes.
Excellent. See? Wonderful. Okay, great. Okay, let's go to the next question. Have you ever had to speak in English on the phone? Who to and what about? Oh, this is very specific. So has this ever happened to you?
No, I
Hi,
haven't.
teacher.
The thing is that using the phone nowadays is not so common because nowadays we do everything online, so it's rather difficult. Have you seen a film or video clip in English which didn't have... Ah, this is good. So tell me, when you watch films, do you watch it with subtitles or without subtitles?
No, without.
With subtitles.
With.
Without.
But I pay attention to see what I understand.
Okay, I'm going to give you homework because this is a long weekend, so you're probably going to watch a film anyway. Try watching films with English subtitles.
Okay.
So not in Spanish, but in English. Okay?
Okay.
Because usually you're very good at reading in English. So this is a first step to start not using subtitles, but try to watch films with English subtitles.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Now, next one it says, have you ever read a book or a magazine in English? Oh, magazines. Do you read magazines?
No.
No.
I was.
Only
User.
English
I read the book.
Only books, right?
The
Do
great,
you,
el que no
which,
dice vos.
the ones I give you.
That.
So have you tried reading books in English apart from the
Yes,
ones?
magazines.
I read
No.
Yeah.
Carlos?
I read two short stories, The Course of the Mummy and The Canterville Ghost.
Oh, wonderful! The originals or the average?
Short story.
Ah, the short stories. Okay, well, excellent either way.
The Oxford books.
Exactly. Okay, well, that's good practice, you see.
Students, no?
Yeah, the average version. Great. Okay, well, and the rest I know.
These kind of books that have
Yeah, those are the
two
ones.
languages.
Ah, you have on one page Spanish and on the other one English. Oh, that's great. I remember Clarín had Clarín o La Nación.
From Clarín.
Clarín, yes, yeah, they had those and they were wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those. They were excellent because you had Spanish and English. Wonderful. Okay. And then
Usually we have to read the user manual.
okay, good. That's true. That's true. Many manuals nowadays come in English. I mean, it's also there are also in Spanish. But again, this is good practice, right? When you buy something new, read the manual in English. Okay. Have you ever asked for directions in English or in a foreign city?
No.
No.
No, never.
No, not really.
Not yet.
The thing, good, not yet. The thing is, nowadays you can use maps, Google Maps, and like asking for directions is not so common nowadays.
No. But it's different because he said blocks or minutes. 2 minutes to
That is
go to.
that's something that I found in Europe. They, especially in Italy, they say, "Oh, yeah, keep on walking for 15 minutes." What is 15 minutes? What pace?
Yeah.
That's true. Some people in some cities they use minutes, not distance.
No distance.
And Lydia, you wanted to say something.
Yes. I have asked for direction in English, but I don't understood the answers.
The answer. Well, that can happen as well.
Very bad, very bad.
I watched a video of a Scottish woman giving directions. A Scottish woman, and I understood half of it because their accent is so difficult sometimes to comprehend. So yeah, that can happen that you don't understand the answer. It's possible. Okay, good. Have you ever used an app or website to improve your English? So have you ever used Duolingo?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Google Translator.
Yes.
Do you feel pressured by the owl? Sorry, Carlos?
The BBC
website.
BBC.
Oh, excellent. And how do you feel about using these programs or apps? Because now you just said, oh, it's amazing, it's great. So what can you tell me about these apps? For example, if we say Duolingo, what do you like about Duolingo?
I never use Duolingo. What is it? What is it?
Well, this is my opinion, but it works with a lot of vocabulary and it makes you practice some, it starts on a basic level, right? So you have some sentences to practice. Sometimes it asks you to record yourself so you can check your pronunciation.
Exercise to improve the English.
Exactly. The thing is that the mascot is an owl. And
Okay.
when you register, it's like, well, they say, okay, so you have to practice every day. So whenever you don't practice, they will send you a message, or you will see the owl on your screen saying like, you're missing today's practice. So, and you feel guilty.
That's why you have to
Your
practice.
Duolingo is crying for you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like an emotional blackmailing
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
Okay.
good. Have you ever learned another foreign language? So apart from English, have you learned any other language?
Yes,
I
me.
speak a little Portuguese, but
Yes,
I
teacher.
understand is better.
Right. Okay, well, excellent. Portuguese. Anyone else?
To me,
Me. French.
Japanese for so much anime.
Wow.
Oh, Japanese.
I see
Yeah.
much animes years ago and so learn some words. It's very
Right.
complicated.
The thing with Japanese or Chinese is that the written part, all the
Yes,
kanjis.
yes.
I mean,
Also the combination of words is much complicated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people usually say that if you're learning Japanese, first you should learn how to speak it, and then you should learn how to write it. But first, you should learn how to speak the language, because it's really difficult. It is. Okay, excellent. Anyone else
I,
about any?
I learned some French in high school, but I can't speak it.
I saw a video today about President Macron. That they were testing him on how to use articles in French, and he made some mistakes, and they were saying, okay, even the president cannot use the articles correctly. So if you're learning French and you're feeling frustrated because of the grammar, don't worry. Look at that. Okay, anyone else?
I learned French too in Alliance Française, but first I learned by force in Swiss because my brother was working and living in Morges in Switzerland. So I visited him and I stay to improve the language, but was very difficult for me because I changed the words in English, you know.
That
I
usually
speak a little
happens.
bit in French and so in English. No, I don't know why.
50-50, 50% in English and 50 in French. That usually happens when you're learning a new language. You start mixing that language with the previous language you learned. So
Yeah.
yeah, well, don't worry, that's common to happen. Look at that. Okay, interesting, people. Anyone else about other languages?
Me, I knew some words in Catalan because I have a friend from Barcelona, but
Nice.
only a bit worse.
Well, but good. I was thinking that this happens with this with Catalan, that sometimes you listen to it and say, "Oh, I understand," and then you don't. You see, you realize you're not understanding the full of it.
Yeah, it's a mix of French and Spanish. It's a mix of that.
Yes. So yeah,
Strange.
it is a bit strange, but well, languages, you see.
Yes.
Okay.
Y se enojan
Wonderful.
cuando le decís que es un dialecto. Se enojan
No,
mucho.
never. Don't you dare saying that.
Don't dare to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Okay, people, any other comment on these questions?
No.
No, so far